Hello everyone and welcome to episode 10 of Stronghold SHX, the road to $3.33 with myself, CryptoBanker SHX. Before we dive into today's episode, just a prerequisite, I am not a financial advisor and nothing I say or do should be ever taken as financial advice. Now, I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday. Moving forward on these, just a little bit of a change of format. They will be every Monday to Saturday, so every day there will be an episode, but they will just be on my YouTube channel. I will have updates next week in relation to the lives, but as I say, moving forward until SHX hits $3.33, expect a episode every single day, Monday to Saturday, until we see that happen, right? So if you aren't familiar with myself and you're new, I am the SHX Maxi OG. I was the first ever dedicated account to SHX and Stronghold on X and YouTube. And since the summer of 2023, I have been building the SHX community pretty much from scratch on X and on here of strongholders, and really making as many people aware of this opportunity as possible that I see as a glitch in the matrix. And so the idea of these shows is really just to raise as much awareness about Stronghold and what they're doing and what SHX is, to ensure that as many people hopefully take advantage of this glitch in the matrix, as it were. Now, also moving forward, all of the episodes will be purely concentrated on Stronghold and SHX, as they should be, right? So here we have from Stronghold, there's a hidden code. There's a hidden code transforming global payments. It's called ISO20022, and 90% of high-value transactions will use it by November 2025. No, it's not crypto. No, it's not a buzzword. Well, it is in crypto, in the crypto world. It's the real infrastructure shift that's already underway. And here we have the article from Stronghold themselves. ISO20022, the hidden code reshaping global finance and why you should care. And here we have the co-founder and CTO, Sean Bennett. He's about to explain to us the banking shift that no one is talking about. Well, probably apart from me for the last 2 years. But and before we play this, little unknown fact about Sean Bennett: he's actually 13 years old. No, he's not. Sean, I don't know what you use for your skin, mate, but it's amazing. Like you're looking more and more like a billionaire every time you release sort of a new video. So I'm looking forward to the progression on that.
What's the hidden code reshaping global finance while you're not looking? It's called ISO20022, and by November 2025, 90% of high-value payments worldwide will be processed using this standard. Unlike typical technical standards that make minor adjustments, ISO20022 rebuilds the entire foundation of global money movement. Current payment systems speak different languages. ISO20022 creates a universal financial language that every institution understands. According to the Federal Reserve, the new ISO20022 implementation for FedWire allows messages up to 25,000 characters when sending funds. This represents a substantial increase from the legacy format, enabling far more detailed payment information, better tracking capabilities, and fewer processing errors due to insufficient data. For you, this means much more detailed payment information, clear breakdowns of fees, and the ability to track transactions with precision previously impossible. While the richer data can contribute to more efficient processing, ISO20022's true value is in the quality and completeness of transaction information, not necessarily dramatic speed improvements. And here's what most miss. Despite all the speculation, we don't actually see real blockchain-level ISO20022 support in the market yet. The true integration between these standards and blockchain technology remains more theoretical than practical at this point. At Stronghold, we acquired 20022 Labs specifically to build that bridge between worlds. This hidden code isn't just changing how banks operate, it's fundamentally transforming who controls financial data and how quickly you can access your money. Next time your payment gets delayed, remember, the solution is already being built, and it's set to transform how financial data moves between institutions worldwide.
between institutions worldwide, but via Stronghold. Brilliant. So we have what's the hidden code reshaping global finance, and while you're not looking, there's a lot that Sean shared there, and basically ISO20022 is, they're saying, not like a typical technical standards where you make sort of minor adjustments. It's rebuilding the entire foundation of the global money movement. Who's been rebuilding the entire foundation of the global money movement? Well, a lot of it has been done by Stronghold themselves. They are the architects of the new financial system. And so they're liking this upgrade from carrier pigeons to fiber optic cables. That's quite a jump in comparison. Not like carrier pigeons and then, I don't know, FedEx or something. Fiber optic cables, except for the 5 trillion that moves through global financial systems every single day. So how much of that 5 trillion do you think will be moving through StrongholdNET moving forward, given the fact that they are leaders within this business, given the fact that 2002 labs have been acquired by them, and they are the global industry leaders in regards to onboarding governments, banks, institutions to this standard. Do you not think that when they're having the meetings with the likes of the Australian government and the Canadian government, do you not think that when they're meeting clients, they're not saying, do you know this standard? It's really easy to adhere to, because actually what you can do is a number of things. But why don't you plug in this API to give you access to StrongholdNet? And what that'll do is it'll give you the highest regulatory and compliance accreditations to then really use StrongholdNet as that bridge, right, between the traditional and the new, but in a regulatory compliant way. So they're fully comfortable with using the system because of who Stronghold are. And I've been saying for years that StrongholdNet is the bridge, it is the adoption bridge for everyday crypto transactions in the US, from merchants to banks to governments. And here they are telling you that that's exactly what they're doing. The fact they're saying a secret code and it's hidden. Read between the lines. The numbers that will blow my mind. According to the Federal Reserve, the new ISO 20022 implementation for Fedwire allows messages up to 25,000 characters when sending funds. Let's put that in perspective. That's a substantial increase from legacy formats that were basically sending financial telegrams. We're talking about the difference between texting sent money and being able to include a detailed invoice with line items, tax breakdowns, and tracking information. That's what this is all about, really, blockchain. It's just all about the tracking and being able to see everything. So this means a far more detailed payment information, better tracking capabilities, there you go, and fewer processing errors due to insufficient data. The current system is like trying to describe a movie using only emojis. Technically possible, but you're going to lose a lot in the translation, especially with sort of those aubergine things. So what this actually means for you in terms of for consumers, this transformation relates to, you have a detailed breakdown, you can track it. You're not going to be like, the banks can't go, oh, we just had a few delays in regards to your payments. You'll be able to see exactly where it is. But it's a richness of data that's coming to it. And the blockchain reality check is this. You'll always see people saying it's ISO 20022. But there hasn't been, in crypto level, in blockchain level, we don't actually see that real support in the market yet. That's so important. Because if you are trying to adhere to that standard, what system are you going to use within your payments? What gateway are you going to use? What bridge are you going to use? When Sean's saying bridge, he means StrongholdNet. That's what he means. That is the bridge. So are you going to start purchasing blockchain assets? I mean, are you going to start purchasing digital assets and then having a lobster wallet for your SHX and start trading in SHX and doing your business in it? No, it doesn't work like that. You will plug yourself in to StrongholdNET. You will build a customized payment network. And what that means is that you'll have a white label. So you'll be able to just have an instant payments network, and you'll be able to set up the configurations very simply and easily as a developer. And you can start almost instantly writing governance rules for your network. You can start issuing custom assets on there if you wish. But what that gives these businesses, institutions, banks, governments, pretty much everyone, merchants, is that safe way to interact with blockchain technology and have all of those benefits of blockchain technology via StrongholdNET, which is interoperable. Wow. Can't say it. It has, it speaks to and is interoperable with the XRPL, with Stellar, with Fedwire, and Fed payments and ISO20022. So that's where it comes into play, and that's where then SHX sits in the middle of that as the utility currency and the liquidity tool. It's all starting to make sense. The power shift no one's talking about. This hidden code is fundamentally transforming who controls financial data and how quickly they can access your money. Or you can access your money, sorry, should I say. Or how quickly they can cut it off. Think about it. When financial institutions can communicate with perfect clarity, when every transaction carries rich, detailed information, and when errors due to miscommunication become virtually impossible, the entire power dynamic shifts. Banks no longer can hide behind the processing delays when the real issue is their antiquated systems. And so this is what Stronghold have gone after. They've gone after that in relation to the speed, the processing, the experience, the data, the compliance, the regulation, and really building, as I say, the architecture for the new financial system. But everything talks back to StrongholdNET. And why this matters right now is the next time your payment gets delayed, remember the solution is already being built. Well, it's already built. They've already implemented it. They're just going to flick the switch. ISO20022 is the foundation for a financial system that actually works in the way that you would expect it to in 2025. November. So really what I'm looking at SHX, I'm looking at the price, I'm looking at the use cases, I understand what it is, I understand that it's compliant, regulatory, like superior in terms of regulation to pretty much any other crypto. What is missing? The liquidity is missing. For this to work, it needs to be not 2 cent. And we have until now, from now until November, right? Because then how are you going to be processing 90% of high value payments through ISO 20022? I know that all of the payments are not going to go through StrongholdNet, right? But a portion are. And if that portion of 5 trillion a day is going into StrongholdNet, then the likely scenario is that SHX is going to be utilized. So SHX needs to be way more than 2 cent by November. It's quite obvious. So, because ready or not, I like that, the revolution is coming. And it's set to change everything about how financial data moves between institutions worldwide. I'll say this, Stronghold is better positioned than anyone globally for this standard and the adoption of crypto and blockchain technology. There isn't anyone else who is going to beat them when it comes to that. They own the industry leader who is advising people on this. It's an insane position to be in. And something else for Stronghold is this. The governance vote 6, 2 votes to decide. Vote 1. The question is support vote locking to reward lockers. That's DeFi. I mean, lock your SHX, boost your vote, and unlock future perks. I would be more interested in locking my SHX and earning on it, right? I think everyone would. But I think maybe this is a little bit of a gateway to that. And then vote number 2 is, should voting power be shareable? So allow accounts to delegate their SHX voting power to someone else. I think that will probably be more about, do you then let them decide? I'm not too sure. I don't know the details on that, but the official dates are coming soon. I'm sure we'll hear more in regards to this when we have those dates of what this all means, and what the results of it would mean. Either way, but yeah, it's just very exciting times for Stronghold and SHX, and I will continue to try and make as many people aware of this opportunity as I possibly can. That's it for episode 10. I will be back tomorrow with episode 11. If the day is in front of you, I hope you have a fantastic day. If it's behind you, I hope it's gone well. Enjoy your evening, and don't worry about what's going on in crypto at the moment with the pullbacks. Like, it's just market makers getting liquidity before we go higher. Like, don't worry about it. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow.